pretty much it. You know what I mean? I didn't get to really play it online. I'm pretty sure it's pretty intense online.
Yeah, I'm sure there are people that are so fucking awesome at that game now.
Yeah,
that you just wouldn't want to play it at all.
I mean,
we'll cover that.
Hey, this fat man know how to play.
Yeah.
He dunk it real good.
All right, quiet, Louis.
Really, fucking Louis?
Go.
Fucking kill you, boy. All right, hit the music.
No.
And welcome back to the garage. It's Sunday, June 12th, 2011. I'm Mike Lopez, the host of Garage Reviews. I'm here to tell you about video games and stuff. It should be awesome. And I'm going to be helped by Mr. Salo Martinez.
What's up, guys?
Salo, is it true that you were in Mendudo at one time?
Dude, I don't know what the public.
No?
You're just gonna get an overwhelming friend request on Facebook when you say that. You don't want that.
Hey, you know, whatever it takes. That's what we got to do. And I got Mr. Will Sanders.
Hello.
Will,
Yes.
how is the moon base?
Quiet and full of joy.
Nice.
Quiet joy.
And it's dark on one side of the moon, right?
Always.
Nice. And of course, we have our sound engineer, Paul Carrillo.
Hey, what's up?
Yes.
Yay.
Hey, doing anything special with the show today, Paul?
No, it's just business as usual.
Yeah.
We're going to turn this business into magic, hopefully.
Yeah.
And across the internets, we have fireworks.
And somebody just got shot.
Man.
As we regularly hear on the east side here of San Jose. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a regular thing. Did you notice nobody even buckled? We were just like, it's a normal thing. If you don't hear it, it's, sad.
Then it's kind of weird. I would be worried if a day went by
Well,
where
we
I
didn't
didn't hear a siren.
There it is again.
Wow, what's going on?
Damn.
No, that's fireworks.
Yeah, probably. What's going on? Seriously, what's the holiday?
Oh, you know what it is?
Huh? Mexico
I'm at your
flame, huh?
presence. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
I lived another day,
See,
so
we just
gotta
told them you were
celebrate.
from Menudo.
We live streaming.
Those were flares. Those were flares, man.
Those were joys, dude. Just people just move
Across the internet, Mr. Nate Curl.
Murak.
Curl, how's it working for, the men in black? Tell us some crazy government secrets. I know you know them all. You don't have to lie.
Mike, I need you to look at this. Just look right here at the top of it.
At my computer screen?
Flash!
What are we doing? Oh, showtime! Actually, a special guest tonight, Mr. Louis Angel.
And now, trying out our new SAP function. Solo! Give us all, give us all!
What the hell is going on?
I thought you would go with this.
I
What?
don't know where you were going with that.
Never mind.
So it's par for the course.
That's my regular
Are you
thing.
talking about the...
Are you still talking about Menudo?
Are you talking... No, SAP, I believe, is the company that does...
The Spanish
they do
dubbing.
captions, right?
Yeah.
They do Spanish captions.
Okay.
You were making... Damn, that was the most obscure shit I have ever heard.
I mean,
Bravo,
I knew
dude.
I
It
knew
was-
what the fuck he was talking about, but I'm still dumbfounded over how dumb it is.
My mission is accomplished yet again on the show.
Now Louis is going to become as quiet as a mouse and fade into the background. Alright. Quiet! Alright. Now for a little nerdcore news. Hey, E3 was last week and all kinds of cool stuff happened. I told you guys, Google E3. Check that stuff up online. You heard everything that we really liked from our last show. But another thing that wasn't really widely heard about was that the guys who hacked Sony's network were caught in Europe, in Spain.
Allegedly.
In Spain.
Yeah.
Goddamn Spaniards. Who would have thought, right?
Right. It was kind of. It was just one of those things. I was really happy they were able to catch him. I haven't read any more about the articles. I'm still trying to find out whether or not they've secured everybody's personal information. But, even those hackers being that good, having that information for a couple of seconds, they could have mirrored that in millions of places. That information could be in a lot of people's hard drives right now.
And keep in mind, this might not be all the guys who did it as well, or it might not even be the guys who did it. Now, I have yet to hear actual confirmation that these are the brigands who had the cojones to hack the PSN network.
A brave thing to try, indeed. Last thing I read on the... Wow, man, they are really excited about whatever's going on.
Menudo, I done told you. You fucked up. I told you. You fucked up.
The three men have been released without bail and are expected to be charged with forming an illegal association to attack public and corporate websites. If found guilty, they could be sentenced up to 3 years in jail.
Wow, really?
That's it?
Cybercrime, only 3 years? Wow. You could become way richer being a cyber criminal than you could, doing shit like attempted murder, which gives you way longer in jail. That's insanity.
Attempted murder doesn't usually get you profit, Mike. Generally.
Well, I mean, if you stick someone up at knife point, they get you with armed robbery and attempted murder.
Never mind.
I'm just saying that's how it works.
There's physical violence there, Mike. That tends to be worse than non-physical violence.
Yeah, but I mean, damn, they're taking personal information.
Right.
It's like that should be worth a lot more than.
I mean, they could rip off millions of people in just a couple of minutes.
But the other part of it is, can you really quantify how much damage was done with that people's personal information? You can definitely, Sony can sit here and go, throw the book at them! Yeah. And all the companies that lost a shit ton of money while the PSN was down could do that. But in terms of the personal information, it's really hard to gauge what kind of damage happened from that, if any.
Yeah.
Other than, to Sony's reputation and all those other companies.
Yeah, Sony
who lost money while the system was down.
Yeah. They'd have to give up a lot of personal information about their business partners and their, earnings statements, which I'm sure would make Sony's investors kind of squeamish about it. I'm sure they're running out, when the PlayStation Network was down and all of their business affiliates weren't getting any money because no one could buy their products. I'm sure people were just taking their stock out of Sony left and right.
People running around the Sony office screaming, "All is lost! All is lost!" Oh, the publisher, act cool.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Something's wrong. Why?
It wasn't that bad.
Got one guy run past the entrance of the hallway going, "Ah!"
All right, so let's get on to some other stuff. Let's do a little what we've been playing. Yeah. This week, I bought Little Big Planet 2. I'll give my first impressions of it. I've only gotten through the first 5 levels of it. And this game came out in actually January, so I'm a little behind on this review. But I'm the only person I know who has it. So either it didn't sell very well, or...
you know what?
That's a bad way to gauge that.
No,
no one I know has it.
No, I'm just saying. I'm surprised that not more people I know have it, and none of my PSN friends I ever see playing it too. But I'm going to tell you what I think, and if you guys have been listening to this for a while, I enjoy a hell of a variety of games. I think the only person on the show who enjoys more games than I do is Louie.
Yeah, that's facts.
I'm into... Oh, yeah, Paul?
I was going to say, I think my opinion on the game is maybe why it doesn't sell as well as it could be is that... I purchased the first one, and it's actually why I bought the PS3. It kind of got hyped up a little bit for me, and I thought it was kind of a cool concept. But then I bought the first one, and I bought it at the full price, which was $60 at the time or whatever. And then after playing through it, I realized... maybe it's not worth $60. I think it's more worth fairly $40.
Yeah.
And that's why when you said...
Okay, I'm looking at sales data for this. Little Big Planet 2 sold like gangbusters. It sold really well.
That's great.
And that's what I was going to say. Just because here we don't might as
You have
we
to
don't have
consider the kinds of games your friends generally.
That's
Yeah,
true. Most
yeah.
of my friends were
I'm
adults
sure
and
I'm
like
sure it
more
sells
adult-like
good,
games.
dude. Because if it didn't, they wouldn't make a Little Big Planet.
I'm
2.
sure the
and they
millions
wouldn't
of younger
like
gamers-
give it the airtime like they would if it wasn't a good show,
Right.
dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Little Big Planet's sick. I mean, I like it too, but the only reason I even have it is because PSN went down and I got it as one of my freebies. I mean, I had played it before and enjoyed it, but I wasn't about to go buy it.
Yeah.
It didn't sell very well in Japan. It sold really well in the Americas and Europe, and worldwide it just went through the fucking roof. So it sold really well worldwide and sold really well here in the U.S. and Europe. Japan, for some reason, didn't eat it up though. They're like, fuck that thing. That thing's creepy.
Yeah.
I read a Game Informer article about one of the reasons it doesn't do well in Japan. It has to do with the really strict way the Japanese like learn things and how sometimes they have really bad creative blocks. I mean, over the years, Japanese gaming hasn't changed a hell of a lot. You know, since you first started seeing Japanese games in 3D. Devil May Cry 4 plays almost exactly like Devil May Cry 1 with, they changed the menus. They added a new outfit.
I think the reason why it probably didn't do well in Japan is because there's no speech text. There's no speech text dialogue in it.
Like
Yeah, there
in
is.
Little Big Planet?
Little
Yeah.
Big
The
Planet?
whole game is
No, it's just
speech
little.
text.
it's all speech bubbles.
Just how to.
It would be different speech
I mean-
bubbles in different countries.
Yeah.
That's what does that have to do with it?
It's called translation, Louis.
God damn it! That's why we're all shaking our heads, Louis, because we know you're gonna say something.
Little Big Planet, one of the
show.
reasons I think it sold so well, like Curly said, worldwide, is that Little Big Planet has no cultural boundaries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It really embraces
Kind of
themes from all over the globe, so really anyone can enjoy it. But the reason maybe it didn't go well in Japan, like I was trying to finish, was that maybe the Japanese people couldn't get into one of the things that made the game great, which was its level creator. I don't know, maybe.
You know what?
Who knows?
I think you're onto something there because I mean I just generally I don't think they're very creative at all. In fact, I'm saying
This is turning really bad.
This,
No,
yeah,
we should.
it's turning
No,
bad,
this is
but
an
this
uncensored
is
show.
legitimate.
Go fuck
This is
yourself.
legitimate though because I've seen like Western developers. They usually comment a lot of times on Japanese developments, and they're just basically like. They're like basically 4 years behind us in terms of how to make games, how creative they make their games and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've said that multiple times on this show. The Japanese game developers are just miles behind Western game developers at this point, and they're stuck in their ways. They don't want to budge on them. They're just like, oh, everyone's going away from us. Stay the course. They'll come back. They gotta come back.
Right.
No, it's not. Look, the game industry as a whole is evolving, Japan, and if you don't jump on the bandwagon, and you don't have to copy the West, but you certainly have to evolve the way you make games. If you keep making the same games over and over again, same styles, and don't change anything, no one's going to come back.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Case in point, Duke Nukem Forever just got released. It's a relic from 12 years ago. It acts the same way it did back then, getting terrible fucking reviews. It's just like, this game's a piece of shit. Why'd we wait 12 years for this? It's stuck in the era that it was originally from, and nobody gives a shit anymore.
I was really hoping the Sandbox could do something unique with it, but you're right, it is Duke Nukem. He's a very two-dimensional hero. Okay, let me get back to my Little Big Planet review. Well, you're right. Some of these themes in games they just never change. But Little Big Planet, it's a platformer. Little Big Planet 2 is a platformer, just like the first one, and it really kind of opens up the whole platforming genre, and then like kicks it up even higher than the first one did, because now you can not only do platform games, but you can do shooters, you can do role-playing strategy, real-time strategy games, you can make races, you can make free-flying levels, just incredible building tools in 2.
It's basically became a game generator rather than a level generator at this point, is from what I can tell here.
Yeah. When I have only played it for probably 10 hours, and honestly, I played the first 3 creator levels, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to check out what they got online, because you actually have to unlock some of the first 3 levels to, like, quote, learn the game before you can get all of the stuff. So I did a couple of the training missions, and I wanted to see.
And all you got was Cox written on a brick wall over and over and over again.
Oh no, dude! I started only playing the created levels because the created levels were way better than the ones that were made by the developers. Just incredible levels. I've played a couple Fallout levels where you could actually pick up money and like do missions and like go from zone to zone. It was amazing. It was a really, really incredible experience. There were I played a pirate level where there was actual water and there's swimming physics, and there's like stuff from Sonic 2 or Sonic the Hedgehog. When you're swimming, you have to like swim through bubbles to get air back. Such cool stuff, man. I was really enjoying it. So I'll have a full review for you hopefully next week. I'm gonna spend more time with that game. Let's get to Salo. Salo, you've been playing NBA Jam.
Yeah, dude. NBA Jam, dude. For anybody who's played NBA Jam, obviously, I don't know. I guess you guys said you guys couldn't play it. I
suck at that game, dude. Even at the original game, I was never very. It was
the same to me as I was playing on Super NES.
Yeah, dude, it's exactly the same.
It's the same. You just use the shoulder buttons, either L2 or L1. Right. That's your turbo.
Just turbo. Yeah.
And then
just turbo the basket and just dunk it.
Yeah. Seriously, you juke them a little bit. And you just dunk it. I mean, it's amazing when you're on fire. That's great. The big hit, the big hit effect, that's awesome, dude. Yeah. Because when they're on fire, and you unlock the camera, there's a mode called Camera Hog. So then when you go to dunk and you're on fire, he goes up in the air and he does like all these twists, and then the camera like takes a picture of his face, and he's always like. Dude, just the faces, that's fucking hilarious.
Doing his best Michael Jackson touching myself impression.
Yes,
while sailing through the air.
And then the ball's on fire, dude. He's just like doing the Jordan tongue. Dude. Oh, dude, it's a fun game.
Have you unlocked any of the secret characters?
Yeah, dude. I finished the classic campaign, and that pretty much gave me most of the characters that you unlock. So I even unlocked the stickman, the yellow stickman. What the fuck, dude? At the end I was playing against stickmans, dude. That was kind of weird to me, but whatever. And they're just like secret characters. I unlocked like the dream team, whatever.
Who was on it?
It was Larry
Bird, Michael Jordan.
No, Larry Jordan. No. Fucking the guy who has AIDS.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson and Bird, dude. Of course, I was using the Lakers. I just trying to get through the damn game.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, you can't go wrong with Kobe.
No, hell no.
Fuck, those guys are bad, dude.
Lakers are bad.
And then what's cool about it, dude? Let me tell you what's sick about the game. When you unlock these characters, they go to their respected teams that they played for at the time that they were really good. Uh-huh. So I could use like guys that were on the roster now, and then use these old school guys like Shaq when he was in the Magic. And you could use them with like Tim Howard or what's that? Yeah, Howard. The Magic, Steve. It's like two big guys. You know what I mean? It's just it's good that they put in those old school players and you can use them with the new guys.
That guy must be like a dunking machine.
Yeah, dude. There's some guys in there who have dunk 10. Dude, they dunk it from like the half court. Just
it's
like what the fuck? Like LeBron, dude. That fool can dunk from like the 3-point shot, dude.
But I believe I can
seriously, dude. Like he be coming around just move. It's like what the fuck?
Fuck that game, dude. It's so ridiculous.
That's the whole point. Oh, dude, when you break the black the back glass, dude, just all slow mo, just falls on the ground, dude. That's so sick, dude. And then
my only question is Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Yosemite Sam, and Bill Murray unlockable characters? Otherwise, I don't give a shit.
Oh my god,
this isn't the Space Jam game, fool. The fuck are you talking
about?
Just
get back.
But no, they're not, friend. Sorry.
Get back.
Damn it.
Yeah, it comes out right.
Why don't sports games ever cater to me?
Get back to me if it's.
But yeah,
Spider-Man was into Tony Hawk. Shut up.
Oh,
that's true.
Skateboarding ain't a sport.
Bitch.
So
The guy who sits at home plays.
It's a mode of transportation for douchebag. Let's be honest.
Oh no!
Anyways, so
You shaders.
yeah. NBA Jam. It's definitely a good game. You could play with 4 players. So I mean, and then you could play it a 2-on-2, just you and your friends. It's definitely a party game. Like if you like those old school kind of games. So, but I would say it's a rent, dude. I don't think I could purchase it.
Nice. Okay.
So
Cool.
and I've been playing.
You want to just talk briefly about
dude,
kind of keep it short
it's-
so we can move through?
because it's pretty good.
It's good so far?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, that's Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
PGA
Tiger Woods
World
PJ Tour, and I haven't even played
12.
with the move, dude. I'm gonna get my.
I'm gonna let him borrow the move tonight.
Yeah.
Masters, right?
Yeah. Have you played it?
I haven't played it, but
Oh,
I want to.
It's good, dude.
You should
Even
bring-
on the
you should bring it
controller.
over. We could try it tonight.
Dude, no, I gotta work.
Okay,
I gotta
alright.
work tomorrow.
I
Damn.
want to.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But yeah, dude, I've been playing with the controller and stuff, and it's pretty good, dude.
Alright.
You can make your own character, take your picture.
Cool.
Bad.
Nice.
Cool.
Will,
Oh.
Friend.
been playing anything other than Mag lately?
Actually, I haven't been playing Mag lately. I haven't played Mag in about 2 weeks, I think.
I know, me too. What happened? We finally got to spare, and now we're not playing.
I know, right? Well, it's because we don't lose.
we
and
were
it's
just
not interesting
content.
because we never lose practically.
No, to me it's because I started playing Jam and I got Tiger now. So
I started playing Fallout again, dude. I just have these Fallout sessions, like these Fallout marathons sometimes for like a week or two, and I'll just play Fallout. I mean, it happens. My last playthrough that I finished, I was cheating the whole time. That was fun as fuck, dude.
Wow.
Because I've got the PC version, I can use the debug console and order different commands. Like I had 10 for all of my special. I had like 100 for all of my skills. I left a couple really low so that I would have something to level when I leveled.
You're a
like,
monkey, dude.
When I played Oblivion and Morrowind on the PC, I used to use the console codes to go to the developer rooms.
hey, there's a console command called enable player controls, and if you use that during the end sequence, the slideshow, you can walk through it, and there's a character named Ron the narrator.
Really?
That's that's really good, dude.
And he's talking the whole time.
I'm gonna start over Fallout New Vegas, and I'm gonna rename my character Ron the Narrator.
Interesting.
That's awesome.
It'd be neat if you could use that to make the game continue after you beat the game.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, too bad. I'm sure they'll have a DLC that'll have it.
I hope so. I've also been playing a little Civ 5. Nothing really new to talk about there. I mean, it's Civ 5. You know, it's the same game every time you play, pretty much. Whatever.
All right.
And then I've been
They're
playing
game
Mortal
they-
Kombat on PS3. I'm happy to report that now that they've reinstituted having to buy the combat pass if you're a used, copy owner, or having to input the combat pass that came with the game, whatever. The servers are a hell of a lot faster now.
Really?
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
actually be that's good strategy. It would cut down on your need to have really large server base because
Fewer people.
you kind of
suppose.
really cut your
So what do you
your
have to
online audience.
When you
Make
buy
it
the
pay.
game, it comes with a pass
Oh,
that you have to put in to play the
Yeah.
game.
do? Oh, to play online.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so if you get the game used, you don't have
can't get it,
the
yeah.
class code. and-
People
Yeah,
don't
ha-
like it, but honestly, I can't begrudge game publishers for wanting this because, dude, they're getting killed by the used game market.
Yeah, but you know the problem with
They
that,
should
though?
stop making games that suck then.
Yeah, it's basically what it comes down to. It's like, make a better game then.
Hey, the only games I ever got rid of were games that sucked, dude. I
Yeah.
kept all my good games.
Yeah.
Well, there are people who buy a game, once they're done with it, they immediately take it back used, no matter how
Well,
much
I
they enjoyed the game or not.
Did
too.
that all the time when I was in gun school up at Great Lakes, dude. We would get PS2 games and we'd play through them. I would just take them back and get credit for another game, dude.
But see, here's my argument: is that You know,
Of course, I was
they're
playing a
doing
lot of
this.
shitty games too.
They're doing this like in this day and age. But back in Nintendo days, Super Nintendo days, we didn't have this problem. You know, developers who were not, oh my god, the used game market is killing us. And,
Well, the used game market wasn't nearly as big back then either.
Unless you had a town with a lot of flea markets in it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, though, you always like sold your game to your friend or something, or
Right.
whatever the deal was. It doesn't matter. Games exchanged hands when they wanted to exchange hands.
And games didn't cost as much back then either, for that matter.
What bullshit! I remember
No,
paying
I think-
$50 for an.
No, that's not what I mean. How much did it cost to make the game, not how much did it cost to buy the game. It
Not-
didn't cost nearly as much to make a game back then as it does now.
Of course.
Well, I think the problem with that, though, is that, well, then you know, these companies, they need to have like a different budget. They need to structure the way that their game is. And it's just like, you know, if you're gonna spend like millions of dollars in trying to make all the art assets, and then like you're gonna have like managers be like, do it over again, or you're gonna have producers gonna be like, no, that doesn't work, redo it over again. It's kind of like Duke Nukem syndrome, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The reason why that game took that long is because, well,
Because 3D Monkeys, 3D Realms was populated by shit flinging.
Actually, what happened with
Yeah.
that is they essentially took investors' monies to pay their employees, and their employees actually never created any playable content.
no, they did.
No,
They
they
did.
never did.
They did.
They never did,
Yes,
dude.
they did. The
No.
producers told
No,
them.
they didn't. They did not,
They
dude.
did. I believe.
No, they didn't.
What were they
Well,
doing?
let's not make an issue of this.
They were.
What were they
Look,
doing? They were
that's
having a
what I was
barbecue?
getting at.
They were jacking off and
They-
getting paid
they
for
the
it.
investors' money, right? And they were using it. They were trying to make the engine, but they did keep remaking it. That's correct. And they never actually came out with like a playable level. All the gameplay footage that they ever revealed was bullshit pre-rendered animations, dude.
Well, I've seen every report from former employees, and they've been saying, well, we started making a level, we made the level, and the producer just came in and was just like,
You mean the guys who were getting sued by their investors at the time? You think they're gonna come out and say, "Yeah, we were just jacking off in the back room for about 12 years straight,
It's-
not really making any tangible."
They're gonna lie their asses off.
But
dude,
the thing
trying to
is,
save
it's not just
themselves.
one person or a couple of people saying that, it's a lot of people saying the same thing.
Exactly, a lot of people who were getting sued by their investors. You don't publicly come out and say you're a complete fuck up when you're about on the chopping block about to get sued. That's common sense.
Yes.
Just because a whole lot of people are lying doesn't mean it's instantly true.
But the thing is the producers themselves have a different story as compared to the employees.
You mean the people who were getting sued? You keep bringing more people up, and every person you're listing was part of this studio who was getting sued by their investors because they never brought up a tangible anything in 12 fucking years.
But why was producers and the people who were basically managing these people, why do they have a different story as opposed to the
Because they were getting sued. If they came out and said that what actually happened would have instantly went through, they would have instantly got sued, probably for even more.
The subject is squashed.
They had to publicly say this is what happened, even though that's not what happened. Otherwise, they would have been sued harder.
Garage Reviews Highway. Merging on. We have arrived.
I'll tell you what.
Signal when you turn
You're gonna
back
have to
on,
edit
like-
this motherfucker.
No, this is totally uncensored. You just witnessed
I'm
the
glad I
breakdown
was
in
quiet the whole
information.
fucking time.
Hey,
You know
we
what
can
we're
say
gonna do?
what the fuck we want, brother. Free speech.
We'll check. I'll check it up, and then next week I'm gonna call somebody a dumbass.
Yeah.
Like fucking saying, why did they lie about the weapons of mass destruction? They obviously told it the truth.
When the fuck did this become Crossfire?
It's something that happens.
Yeah,
Louis.
Curly,
That's
Curly,
why I'm
you
having
have-
you be very quiet. Because
Curly,
I knew
you-
this shit would
Shut
happen.
up for a minute, Mike. Curly, you have a pretty good radio voice. You actually, when you get angry, you kind of do sound like a talk radio politician. Maybe you should look into that as a career.
I'm not a Mormon like Glenn Beck. I can't pull it off.
But you could cry and talk about how you love America or Sam Fisher or whatever.
Sam Fisher is America.
Damn!
All right. Will, do you have anything?
Yeah, I gotta wipe a tear.
I've been playing any fucking thing else. So the Mortal Kombat. How the fuck did we get off Mortal
I know,
Kombat
that's why
so hard? Jesus, that's
Christ. I don't know how that happened.
That, my friend, is called
We
tangent.
should move on.
So it broke down basically Mortal Kombat, used game market.
again! Shut up! So Mortal Kombat Online is now much faster. The little bit of hacking that seemed to exist seems to be gone now. What else? That's about it. Yeah, it's faster and smoother. Oh, you can also, I think I mentioned this though, you can buy all the or you mentioned this.
Yes,
you can
get all
the
that was pre-ordered content
right.
is you can now buy.
Plus, on top of that, you get the Mortal Kombat 3 costumes for Melina, Katana, and Jade as well.
Are they better?
Yeah, they are.
They're like the original ones.
They're not better, they're worse! What's wrong with you?
Come on,
Yes, he-
Bill O'Reilly Jr.
Simmer down.
Fuck it! This thing sucks!
Head?
We'll do it live!
We'll do it live! Fuck it! We'll do it live!
Okay, without my sister.
All right.
I swear.
Louis is like busting at the seams. He's wanted to talk this whole time, and I strictly ordered him not to. And when he finally opened his mouth, he said something really. You know,
How dare you
my
to
to this
him a speech?
bad to you.
What is happening to America?
I have nothing bad to say about Louis. Louis he's a nice guy. Just sometimes he's like Forrest Gump.
Mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
All right.
Yes, that's the
Eat too much and you get diabetes.
Okay, come on. Louis is very briefly going to review Valkyria Chronicles.
Just put on my news hat.
Very briefly.
Please keep it short. I know you could probably talk about this game for like 90 hours
No,
if
no.
I let you.
No, you pretty much got my my initial review, like how you can move and shoot originally, but overall, it does got a good story. It's World War II esque.
It's not like World War II. It is.
All right, it's World,
basically World War II.
It is World War II.
They're not called Nazis.
Gameplay. You move them. You gameplay is for each when you move your pieces around, you can either shoot and then move, but you always get one action and one movement. You have your various classes to support one another. It does say.
I can sum this up really fast for you. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever played like a combat board game?
Warhammer.
Or any kind of board game like Warhammer?
Yes,
It's
Warhammer.
a lot like that. Every character has a set distance to move. They have special rules for the way they fire depending on which equipment they have. And it's basically each level is a battle, a tactical battle to the end.
Yeah, and I can counteract what it says. Don't never rely on your tanks. I have relied only on my tanks, and I have raped those guys in the asses repeatedly.
Don't believe the game. It knows nothing about tank warfare.
Yes, tanks and engineers. That's all you need.
Because the Japanese didn't really have tanks in World War II.
Maybe, I don't know.
But
They had,
Not the way the Americans did.
No.
You know, I remember when this game came out, I heard Japan made it, and it was based on World War II, and at the same time, Germany, a studio in Germany made a World War II game at the same time, and I couldn't help but think, is this community service for these people or something?
What was the German game?
It was Velvet Assassin.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't tried any of the DLC. I think there is DLC though, but I haven't tried it.
Would just give you more pieces, basically?
Probably more missions. I doubt.
Okay, so it would be new tables, new
Yeah.
pieces.
You can upgrade your classes to level 20, but the minute you get to level 10, that's when they get new shit like scouts. They usually get they get But other than that, for some strange reason, their targeting just goes like I remember the last episode, the last fight. Out of 12 bazooka shots, 4 only hit, and I had a 95% chance of hitting that shit.
Is that just because the last enemy had such a high armor save that
No, he
it was
had
really easy for him to defend?
he just has these lighting rods that are all around him that fuel his pseudo Valkyria.
Talk in board game terms. Not everybody plays crazy games.
Basically, he has power generators that activate 3 at a time, and you got to destroy them to disable his shield, and then you get to attack him. And every time I targeted the generators, I kept missing, and as I said, they're targeting. Even though it said 95% chance of hitting, 4 shots out of 12. What the fuck has been going? What the fuck? These guys cross-eyed now. So like literally,
it was a boss battle, you know. Like
literally after every shot. All right, fire. I hit, save, fire, miss, load, fire, hit, save, fire, hit, save. I just milked it after that. But overall, though, it's a rent. It's good, but there's nothing really to go ooh wow about. But if you can get a cheap gun, buy it cheap, like $10. Other than that, it's a rent.
Well, I know you played it. Do you agree?
I think it depends on what kind of games you like. I mean, because the way that they categorize it is that it's an SRPG, which is a strategy RPG. You could kind of.
I kind of agree with it.
And I think it really depends. If you like Atlas games, you will like the game. You'll want to play it a lot more, I suppose. And so you'll like it, and you'll want to keep it, you know, just to play it over again. But if you're not into those kind of games and you just think the experience is cool and you just want to give it a play, then yeah, go ahead and give it a rent.
Nice, cool. All right, let's get to our last host, Nate Curl. What have you been playing, Nate?
Yes. Well, I've been playing Fallout New Vegas for a while. I finally got back into it. I think I already kind of gave some of my little observations on one of the previous ones. I played the 2 DLCs for it that have been released as well. Those were a lot of fun, especially Dead Money. I had a lot of fun playing. But right now, I think I'm going to actually start do a playthrough of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood again. I've been looking at some of the Assassin's Creed Revelation stuff from E3 and going, man, I really want to play some Assassin's Creed. I didn't talk about it much on the last show because, well, you know, we only had a bit to talk about the one thing that we were really looking forward to, and mine was Hitman, because I've played, you know, quite a bit of Assassin's Creed, and this one just looks like more the same with a few new little things in there. Assassin's Creed has always been fun. It's definitely one of the new franchises out there that I really enjoy, but it didn't look like they were adding too much to change the formula too much. But at the same time, it's Assassin's Creed. I want to know the conspiracies. I want to know all this stuff, and hopefully it'll revitalize the multiplayer, because Brotherhood's multiplayer dropped off a lot. I mean, it's next to impossible to start a game, because your average game needs to have at least like 6 people in it, and you just can't get a game going anymore. But yeah, I'm probably gonna check out the DLC pack for Brotherhood here pretty soon. I haven't played it yet, so
Curly,
other than that, I haven't really played much.
Hey Curly, you think it's hard to get people to play in there? Because I think it's hella slow, dude.
No, it's just really quickly. There's going to be like about 300 people who are so good at the game they're going to make other people not want to play anymore.
No. The problem is, and I pointed this out to a friend of mine when the game first came out. It's a very original multiplayer. It's not a very mainstream multiplayer. I knew it was going to be very innovative, and it was. And the player population in that game was going to drop off dramatically after a short while, and that's exactly what happened. It's next to impossible to get a game going, and I'm good at it, you know, so I'm not that intimidated by good players. But the problem is I just can't get a game going in there, because whenever I try to set up a game, the most I can get is like 3 players, and the game won't launch unless you have like a minimum of 5 or 6.
I remember that before the PSN crash, I tried to play it. You guys remember seeing me play it online? Yeah. How long did it take me to get a game going for the first time? Like half an hour. So I think for the PSN, it suffered greatly, even before the PSN hacking. It took a nosedive.
You tried to play it on the PlayStation?
Before, remember the hack? How it took me about half an hour just to get a game going?
You did play it before it got hacked, dude.
Why was that? Was it you couldn't get a player, or it just wouldn't launch?
You couldn't get a full game going, like you said.
I'd always get maybe anywhere between 3 and 5 players, but I could never get a 6 going.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the exact same way here on the 360. It's been that way for a while. It's an innovative game, but people want mainstream. They want Call of Duty, they want Halo, they want the games they want MAG, they want the stuff that everyone plays, you know. They want the shooters, they want the stuff that's easy to understand and play. And innovative stuff like
Ghost Recon.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood's Ghost Recon still has a pretty good population here on the 360, but because it's a shooter. But the innovative stuff like that, the Splinter Cell multiplayer from back in the day, it's different, it's new, and people play it for a little while, they have fun with it, and then they move on to the more mainstream player where there are a lot more players, like I said, Call of Duty and games like that, because there's just more people playing them and they're just more popular, so they just move on to that stuff.
Which just because it
hurts. Because I like the new stuff, I like the innovative stuff. I like people who are doing stuff that's outside the box, and that's exactly what this multiplayer. I mean, it got my honorable mention for Game of the Year because of the multiplayer, as I recall too. I mean, it does something different, and most of the time, the guys who do stuff that's different, they don't necessarily stick around for too long because people want more of the same. It seems like.
I agree.
I gotta say, Ubisoft is like one of the probably most unique companies in video gaming right now, in that it does a lot of its games appeal to niche fan groups. Not everybody's into the Splinter Cell or the Ghost Recon or the Assassin's Creed, which is the stuff that it really only makes. Games that are really innovative and kind of edgy.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed is their new golden boy. That's one of my concerns about Revelations, is it looks like they're making this an annual franchise, because, Brotherhood came out last year. The year before that, it was Assassin's Creed 2. So for the past 3 years, we've had 3 full Assassin's Creed game, not counting, like, the side stuff.
That's not
on the
consumer's fault. I mean, if you don't want to do shit like that, people shouldn't buy these games. They shouldn't fall for these tricks. But you know what? At least they're taking.
But at the same time, that's not a complaint as to quality, because all the Assassin's Creed games have been really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've worked up enough. They've done enough with the story. They've changed little things here or there to make it so it's not stale. My only concern is if they push it too much, it might become stale, because I don't like. I like that there's always a new experience out there for the Assassin's Creed franchise, but if I don't want to see it become, pounded into the ground like what Activision tends to do with some of their games.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know what though, dude? I mean, even it can't. I don't think it'll go stale anytime soon, because you think about it, the timeline that they're using, they're gonna just keep pushing it forward, and I mean, you're gonna be able to do different things, different cities. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, Revelations is supposed to happen during the rise of the Ottoman Empire, near Istanbul and stuff like that. This one's supposed to be the last one with Ezio Auditore as its protagonist. So I think after this, they're going to finally make Assassin's Creed 3. From what I can tell, the number system is based on what the ancestor of Desmond is. Like Assassin's Creed 1 was Altair, Assassin's Creed 2 through Revelations is Ezio Auditore. So we'll probably have a new ancestor protagonist after this one when we move on to Assassin's Creed 3.
And it'll be a female, probably.
What time would you love for it to be in?
Well, there's a lot of options, because at the end of the first game, there's a map.
They could, just make an amazing game in, dude.
Yeah, and if you look at Desmond, he's a bit of a mutt. He's got a lot of potential ancestry in there. Also, there's a map in Assassin's Creed 2 that has a location of all these pieces of Eden in the game. And you could go to any one of those locations. We could have a Russian assassin. We could literally have a Japanese assassin. Think of that, ninja assassin.
Yeah, dude.
Like a female ninja in like feudal Japan. That's an ancestor.
You could work with this game so well. You could put it in any timeline, and it'll work good, because
oh my god,
really good franchise,
you
dude.
could be like an Indian thuggy, dude.
Why not?
Yeah.
One thing.
I mean, they could even do a future one. Why not?
He's in the future. Eventually, they're gonna have to do a game where he plays Desmond.
Yeah, you could just as easily have Desmond, because at this point he's a trained assassin through the Animus bleeding effect. So there's all sorts of possibilities here.
I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, Desmond. You can see in the game that he's picking these tricks up.
Of course.
Even in the first game, at the end of the first game, you see he's learning the abilities.
Game, you gotta sneak around and stuff inside of the facility and not get caught.
One thing
and then by the end, Go ahead.
One thing I did like from reading from the Game Informer, they're finally doing for Revelations, they're doing a crowdfunding system with all this shit that you pick up and your money, because by the end of the game, you have, what, $1 billion, and you got...
Yeah, that was one of my complaints about the second game was the money system seemed tacked on because by the end I was fucking rich. I could afford fucking everything, and I had money coming in out my fucking ass because I upgraded that Via.
Yeah.
So money was not an issue after about like a third of the way through the game. That money system just became redundant. Now, they're supposed to have a crafting system where you can make all sorts of different bombs that have different effect, like smoke bombs, flash bombs, explosive bombs, all sorts of stuff.
Shrapnel, yeah.
Old man Ezio can use.
That's what's up. See, that's what I'm saying. You can throw anything in that game, dude.
Yeah, they're finally doing it. They're finally doing that.
I'm happy about it. See, that's why I can't begrudge them, because with each, even though they're using the same engine, the same character, they come up with interesting, innovative stuff that makes me want to go buy it, makes me want to play.
And they figure out better ways to move through the environment every time, too. Like in Brotherhood, they figured, well, we got a giant city. Why don't we let them ride horses through the streets? Yeah. That was a good idea. It didn't really work out so well. So what they got now is they got this hook blade that you can use zip lines to get through the city, sort of like a highway.
Yeah, it bends off.
Not only are they adding more stuff, they're refining the previous stuff, too. They're figuring out what works and what doesn't. The biggest leap being between Assassin's Creed 1 and Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed 1, I thought it was a great game, was my favorite game that year. But when you see Assassin's Creed 2, it's like, you look at Assassin's Creed 1 and go, wow, what a piece of shit. This is like content. That's true. Assassin's Creed, is just like the real game that they wanted to make, They figure they are listening to feedback when they're making these games. They're figuring out what works, what doesn't. They're tweaking it here or there. They're making the game work. They're not just ignoring it and pumping out a new one over and over again, like say Call of Duty does.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get on to our last review. I have been wanting to hear about this game like at some length. We got about 15 minutes before we hit an hour. Paul has been playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
I have wanted to hear about this game like firsthand since I heard about it the first time. So Paul, Minecraft, take it away.
Yeah, so Minecraft, I know some people, most people have heard about it or they've seen YouTube videos of people playing it. And I think, the kind of game that what it is and how it will appeal to people is, I guess it really depends entirely upon you. I don't think it's going to work with Japanese people because they're not creative.
Bullshit. You bring up full circle, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not true.
The whole race
has
been done.
Why are you bringing up bullshit?
I'll tell you why though, because basically how this game starts is it makes you a random world, it makes you a random map, it's going to make mountain ranges, it's going to make seas, it's going to make everything you can possibly think of, and it's just a world out there, and you just plop there, and basically what you're going to do with the game is really completely up to you. I mean, you can make anything you want, like you can think about what you want to make, and you can make it. It's not a joke. It's like, if you want to make a roller coaster, you can make a roller coaster. If like you want to make like an underwater city, you can make an underwater city. It just depends on how much time you want to invest into it. I guess like sometimes the best thing to kind of compare it to is one of those games where it's like it's really pointless, but it's really like at the same time it's really like
it's like Farmville, dude.
No, it's not like Farmville. Farmville is just kind of like
no.
That's what it kind of sounds like. I mean, you're just because Farmville is just it's just a game people play. But
I played with it here. I played with it here or there, Salo. The way this works is there's not really a goal to it, I would say, but at the same time, it's sort of a creative engine where think of it as like building blocks the game. There's no real goal to it, but you can build whatever you want with the tools you have.
Basically, the reason they call it Minecraft, so I've heard, is that on this island that you're given, one of the things is to get the building blocks you need for whatever you want to build. You have to actually take the pieces out of the world that you were given. You have to mine your world, and then is there like a crafting system? Do you have to combine certain elements to get like what you need?
The very first thing you make, and that's basically the building block of the whole.
Is it a hard game to learn?
No, it's not a hard game.
It's like
to
Little
learn.
Big Planet. If Little Big Planet was they gave you an entire like landscape, and the only thing you could do with it is build levels.
Right.
You build one gigantic, huge level, and you can you go visit your friends' levels?
Yeah, you can definitely.
And you can go visit your friends' levels.
So you're making cities, or you're making?
Yeah, you're making whatever you want to make. Like for example, like when I first started.
Create vagina world.
No, like for example.
Too late. I've already seen it.
But I mean, like for example, like basically, here's how I started, and this is basically how my world just been kind of crafted. Because I share a world with my brother, and he has a server up, and I just connect to his world, and he's like, "Hey, let's go play Minecraft or whatever." So basically, how we started was like, okay, we started on the island, and then we're just like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and make a treehouse because, basically, like how the game works is during the day it's safe because there's no monsters out. But when it becomes nighttime, there's monsters out, and basically they'll kill you. And like basically you have to make like a safe refuge, build yourself a castle and whatnot. But so what me and my brother started, okay, we're gonna make a treehouse. We made a treehouse, and then we're like, okay, we're gonna make we're gonna make like a tower here, and then we're basically gonna make like a mine shaft out of the tower, and then we just basically dug into the earth and we just made like mines, going left and right and whatever. And then we were just at that point we were just like, okay, so where else can we take this game, right? And so we're like, we're gonna make like a tunnel from this island to the other island, and that is it's a labor of love in order to make.
It takes a long time.
It does. It's just like you like basically, and the thing is, it's not just a tunnel; it's a glass tunnel. And so basically, you had to go find sand. You have to
you can see the fucking. Can you make like little fish that swim in your ocean?
Yeah, you see some like ducks and stuff like that up there. And so basically, yeah, like we made like.
So basically, it's the tunnel from Jaws 3. You're asking for trouble at this point.
Yeah, is this a PC game?
It's on the internet.
Yeah.
It's like a browser game, isn't it?
Actually, I think yes, it does take.
Kinda.
You could play it in your web browser, but you could also download the client, and you can play it on Linux. You can play it on Mac. You can play it on PC.
Is it a you pay for the thing?
Well, the thing is, the alpha build is free, but the beta build isn't. I mean, I'm sure you could find a way to hack it or whatever, but I mean, seriously, this guy has put a lot of effort into this thing, and
I hope he becomes a millionaire.
I'm saying though, what's the cost?
He probably already is.
What does it cost to play this?
If you want to buy the beta, I think it costs like.
I can look this up real quick. Keep talking.
It's in euros, but if you pay through PayPal, like they convert it for you, so it turns out to be like I think $18, $19 or something. But it's well worth it. Like I paid for it just off of playing the alpha, and then basically putting with my brother. Basically all this stuff, like
Never heard about this.
No, it's a really cool game. Like me and my brother, we were just like, there was just stuff. It was just like, hey, we're gonna make this. Hey, we're gonna make this, and we just started making it, right? And so we found like. It was like really ambitious. It was just like one day, like we were playing Minecraft, and I was just like, we were just thinking about what to make next. And then I thought about it in my head. I was just like, you know what? Let's make Space Mountain. And we seriously went out into the world and we scouted for the biggest mountain area that we could find. Yeah. We're just like, we're gonna hollow out this mountain and we're gonna make Space Mountain, basically. It's pretty cool. And then we're just like, but the thing is, like the way the lighting system works, like you gotta kind of emulate darkness inside the mountain. So we're just basically, we had to like gather up like black wool, and then that way we can basically put the wool up against the walls and stuff. And then then we just gotta get all the rails and stuff, and it's a large project basically.
So I can't find a translation as to how much it costs in American, but the guy's a millionaire. He's already drawn 33 million in revenue from the beta.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Good.
It's good, man.
I think
that's a simple idea can get out of control and make you a millionaire if you're, into game developing.
Yeah, but a lot of it too is you have to be lucky, dude, because you just have to happen to catch the right people at just the right time, and they have to know people that they can tell about your game or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta know who to sell the game to, and you need to know what they want. So.
Yeah.
Didn't they announce a new Minecraft?
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. That's
at
something
E3?
maybe Curly would be interested in since he's an Xbox
Minecraft
person, right?
for Kinect.
Right, because with the Kinect, I guess. Actually, I was hearing grumbles about this like even like months back. Back when Minecraft was getting really popular, was that they were basically putting up a challenge to the Minecraft community, which is basically like, since the Kinect got hacked or whatever, they modded it or whatever, so you could hook it up to your PC. They basically wanted the community to figure out how to use the Kinect to basically have like a mouse pointer and then how to do an action and just do a basic movement, like, and how to do it with Kinect and basically.
And they took it and stole it?
Well, they didn't take it and stole it. They just basically wanted the community to just basically come up with that.
They petitioned the community directly to do this. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's like, hey guys, you guys love this stuff. Help me make it better. I love it when fucking any developer does that. You know.
And so basically, I guess now that they've they figured this out, and they basically, I guess, pitched it over to Microsoft, and that's something they've announced in their E3.
Yeah, they did.
So yeah, it's going to be something that's going to be available on Xbox 360.
It's also going to be on the NGP. How weird.
That's cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's an iOS version. It's actually kind of stripped down, but they already have a version coming on like iPod Touch and iPhones too.
Maybe I'll try the alpha.
Yeah, try it out, please.
Yeah.
I've been trying to have you try it out for a
You
while.
can go to their website and just download the alpha. And
I'll never see Louis again. You will get hooked on that game, Louis.
I'll probably get sucked in.
You will get hooked so hard.
I
You'll
can
just be
imagine-
like on the computer all the time with Nicole. It's like, Nicole, we need to build
A giant hermaphrodite statue that jizamine watermelons that have wings.
I can imagine like in the morning.
Yeah, when I played it, I hollowed out a mountain, turned it into a volcano, and made it kind of like Castle Grayskull.
nice.
Mind rape.
All right, dude. That's not all we got for this week.
Alright.
That's all we've got for you tonight, folks. Thanks for listening to us from the Garage Reviews crew. Have a nice fucking day.
Check us out on Facebook.